Good morning, class. We are now in week 4. So for week 4, you will only answer learning task 3. This is still about relation and function. So for learning task 3, the instruction is change the following in the form of f of x equals mx plus p, or function of x equals mx plus p. So let us discuss first what is f of x means, or what is function of x means. So in week 3, we have studied about relation and function. Okay, so when you talk of function, you commonly use the letter f, okay, to denote function. So para pangalanan yung function, and x for the variable. Okay, however, in naming the functions, you can also use other letters except x and y, since for x and y, we're going to use it for variables. So you can use any alphabet letter except x and y. So when you say y is a function of x, you can write it as y equals f of x. So this is read as f of x. So if this is p, of course, that is p of x. Okay. So these are called function notation. Okay, this means that y is a function of x. So y is a function of x, and the value of y depends upon x. So the dependent variable here is y. Of course, the independent variable is x, since y depends upon x. Or the dependent variable is y, or f of x. Okay, so let us have the first example. So the first example is y equals 2y minus 3x equals 6. So isusulat natin ito in the form of f of x equals mx plus b. Okay, so simple lang ang gagawin nyo dito. So kailangan ang matira lang dito muna sa left side is variable y. So yung variable x ililipat natin sa right side. So yung negative 3x magiging positive 3x. So once na naglipat kayo ng any expression on the other side, mag-change yung sign niya. Okay, so next, kailangang matira lang dito sa left side is y. So, kailangang ma-eliminate natin yung kasama ng y, which is 2. So, we have to divide both sides by 2. Okay, so of course, the result, yan. Since nag-divide tayo by 2, tan lang natin. Nag-divide tayo kanina dyan ng 2. So, ang result is y equals 3 over 2 plus 6 divided by 2 is 3. So, y equals 3 over 2x plus 3. Okay. So, since y is function of x, or y equals the function of x, so ibig sabihin, yung variable y dito ay pwede nating palitan ng f of x, or function of x, since y is the function of x. So, simple lang, yung y lang dyan ay papalitan natin ng function of x. So, function of x now is equal to 3 over 2x plus 3. So, pinalitan lang natin yung y. Okay. So, uulitin ko, yung y, pinalitan lang natin dito ng f of x, or function of x, since y is the function of x. Okay. So, let us have example number 2. Still, change the following in the form f of x equals mx plus b. So, dito sa ating second example, wala na tayong problema dito kasi wala na makasama yung y. So, ang gagawin na lang natin, ililipat natin yung 5x on the other side. So, it will become negative 5x. So, ang natira na lang dito is y. Okay, of course, since y is the function of x, palitan lang natin yung y ng function of x. So, function of x now is negative 5x plus 12. For example number 3, okay, again, ililipat natin yung 8x sa kabilang side. So, magiging 4y equals negative 8x plus 7. Okay, then, we have to divide both sides by 4 para ang maiwan lang dyan is, okay, y. Dapat laging walang kasama yung y. So that will give you y, since 4 divided by 4 is 1. So y na lang natira. Y equals negative 8 divided by 4 is negative 2. Negative 2x. Then 7 divided by 4. So 7 over 4. So y is equal to negative 2x plus 7 over 4. Since y is the function of x, so papalitan natin yung y ngayon ng function of x. So function of x is equal to negative 2x plus 7 over 4. So ganun lang po ang learning task 3 letter A. Okay, let us have learning task B. Complete the cross number puzzle. So dito, yung mismong question na ang gagamitin ko na example. So I'll just give you 2 examples. Okay, so let us answer number 1 across. So siguro naman nakapagsagot na kayo ng puzzle. So when you say across, pahalang. Okay, so number 1, function of x is equal to 3x squared plus 8x minus 5. So, ang hahanapin nyo is f of 6 or function of 6. So, when you say function of 6, if you are required to find function of 6 or f of 6, it means you need to replace x with 6. So, kung makikita nyo dito sa ating function, mayroong mga x variable dyan. Lahat yan ay papalitan natin ng 6. Since you are looking for f of 6. So, pag halimbawa, ang hinahanap ay f of 1, 1 ang ipapalit nyo sa x. Kung f of 2, 2 ang ipapalit sa x. So, wala kayong ibang gagawin dyan, kundi papalitan lang yung x. Okay. So, our function is f of x equals 3x squared plus 8x minus 5. So, f of 6, so yung x, palitan lang natin ng 6. So, yung x, palitan natin ng 6. Yung x dito, palitan ng 6. Then, just copy the remaining. So, negative or minus 5. Wala naman siyang x. Copyhin lang. Okay, kung ano yung mga dating nandyan, copyhin lang. Yung squared, copyhin lang. Okay, ibig sabihin, class, ng magkatabing ito, okay, the operation between them is multiplication pag magkatabing ganyan. Ibig sabihin ng parenthesis is, okay, multiplication. Okay, so ang una nyong i-simplify, of course, yung exponent, kailangan siyang matanggal. So, hindi pwedeng 3 times 6 muna. So, kailangan ito muna ang inyong i-simplify. 6 raised to 2 or 6 squared. So, 6 squared is 36. Since 6 squared means 6 times 6. Okay. Then, 8 times 6 is 48. Then, just copy the remaining. Okay. Then, 3 times 36 is 108. 48 minus 5 is 43. So, 108 plus 43 is 151. So, f of 6 is 151. Okay, so ilalagay nyo ngayon dito ha, across number 1. So, pahalang, eto yung ating number 1. So, pahalang siya. So, isulat nyo lang yung 151. Hindi nyo dito isusulat sa 1 lang na 151. Okay, mali yan. So, kailangan paghiwalay nyo yung digits. Siguro naman nakapagsagot na kayo ng puzzle. So, 151. Ayan. So, that is the answer for number 1. Okay, let us have number 2. Okay, down naman siya. So, pag sinabing down, okay, pababa. So, ito yung ating number 2, down. Okay, so kung makikita nyo, sa ating number 2, meron na siyang isang digit at meron isa pa sa baba. So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot sa number 2 ay 2 digit. Okay, so meron tayong 151. Okay. So, ang hinahanap natin is g of 11 given g of x equals 5x minus 3. So, g of 11 means you need to replace x dito sa function na to with 11. Okay. So, ang ating x is 11. So, ang x, 11. Then, just copy the remaining. Anyway, etong mga g of 11 dito, kopyahin lang yan. Yung nasa right side lang is simplify nyo. So, 5 times 11 is 55 minus 3 is 52. So, g of 11's 11 means 52. So, since meron na kayong 5 dito, ang idadagdag nyo na lang dito is 2. So, number 2 down is 52. Ayan, pababa. Down. Okay? Wala natin. So, 52. Yan yung ating sagot dyan. Number 1 across, 151. Then, number 2 down is 52. Okay. So, yan yung ating sagot dyan. Okay, so that is for letter B. Okay, let us have letter D. So, yung letter C, hindi nyo na sasagutan. Anyway, etong letter D, tapos nyo na to sa first quarter. So, uulitin ko lang kasi lagi nyo nakakalimutan. So, find the slope, x-intercepts and y-intercepts, and the equation of the, okay, line. Okay, so, ang ating slope, remember, is rise over run. Okay. So, titingnan nyo dito, rise. Okay. So, rise. So, pwede kayong mag-umpisa dito. Basta kailangan makabuo kayo ng triangle. Okay. So, ayan. Pwede yan ang basehan nyo. Pwede ding ito. Basta kailangan makabuo kayo ng triangle. Pwede din yan. Okay. So, kunin nyo yung mga saktong point. Okay, so tingnan natin. Ang ating rise dito, pag sinabing rise pataas, so of course, mag-uumpisa kayo dito. So, ang ating rise is 1, 2. Then, ang ating run, dito din kayo mag-uumpisa is 1. So, that is 2 over 1. 2 over 1 or 2. Okay. So, ang ginamit ko man dito is 4 over 2. So, saan ko nakuha yon? Okay. So, erase natin yung una. We'll give the same answer. Basta kailangan makabuo kayo ng triangle. So, 4 over 2, saan ko nakuha yun? So, pwede din kayo dito makabuo ng triangle. Yan. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, run is 1, 2. So, 4 over 2 is still 2. Okay, so positive that because that is rising to the right. So, pag rising to the right ang line, positive. Then, pag rising to the left, pag ganito, the slope is negative. Okay, so ayan yung 4 over 2 or 2. Okay, so pwede din ito. Puray na muna natin yung nauna. So, pwede din to. Basta makabuo kayo ng triangle. So, doon kayo sa sakto. Ito, sakto siya. Yung sakto ba dito sa coordinate plane? Ayan. So, bibilang lang kayo ng marami dyan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then, ang run nyo is 1, 2, 3, 4. So, still, 8 over 4 is, okay, 2. Okay, so wala naman siguro kayong tanong. Let us proceed with the x-intercept. So, x-intercept is the intersection of the graph and the x-axis. Okay. So, ang x-axis natin, of course, yung pahalang. So, ito yung ating intersection ng graph at ng x-axis. So, ang ating x-intercept is negative 2. Next, y-intercept, yung intersection ng graph at ng y-axis. Ito yung ating y-axis, yung patayo. So, ang ating y-intercept is this one. That is 4. Okay, anyway, kapag hindi nyo naman kayang bilangin ang slope, you can use the other option. Ang ating slope is equal to negative b over a. Ang b natin is the y-intercept, that is the other term, or that is the variable for y-intercept. Yan yung ginagamit nating variable. And x-intercept is a. So, sundin nyo lang yung formula, negative b over a. So, ang ating b, so madali na siya kapag nakuha nyo yung y-intercept at x-intercept. So, madali na lang yung slope. Gamitin nyo lang yung formula na negative b over a. So, ang ating y-intercept or b is 4. Ang ating x-intercept or a is negative 2. Then, ilagay nyo lang yung formula, ay yung negative sa formula na negative. Ay, ilagay nyo lang yung negative sa formula. Okay. So, 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 times negative is positive 2. So, yan yung shortcut sa other option sa pagkuha ng slope. Okay, let us see example number 2. Okay, so anyway, balikan muna pala natin to. Okay, meron pa nga pala, find the equation of the line. So, gagamitin na lang natin yung y, kasi meron naman kayong slope and y-intercept. Y equals mx plus b. Okay, so palitan lang yung m. Yung m natin dyan is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So, y is equal to, ang ating slope is, okay, 2. So, 2, then just copy x. Then, ang ating y-intercept or b is 4. So, positive 4, so plus 4. So, that is the equation of the line. Or pwede nyo isulat sa standard form. Lipat nyo yung 2x sa kabilang side. So, that is negative 2x plus y is equal to 4. Okay, so yun yung equation ng line. Okay, let us have number 2. So, ang ating slope dyan, yan, nakabuo dyan ang triangle. Yan. Pwede din dito, sakto lang. So, ang ating rise dyan, 1, 2, 3, 4. Eto pala ay, okay, tigo 1 point lang ang count natin dito. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then 5. Okay, then, of course, 1. Okay, 2. This is 2.5. So, 5 over 2.5. So, that is 2. Okay. Then, pwede din naman, doon kayo sa sakto, kung saan kayo mas komportable. So, ang ginamit ko dyan is 2 over 1. So, eto lang yung ginamit ko dyan. Erase muna natin yung una. Okay. So, eto lang ang ginamit ko dyan. Habo siya ng triangle. Sakto lang. 1, 2. Then, ang run is 1. So, 2 over 1 or 2. Still positive because the graph is rising to the right. Okay, let us have the x-intercept. So, ang ating x-intercept is this one. So, between negative 1 and negative 2. So, that is negative 1.5. At ang ating y-intercept is this one. This point. So, that is positive 3. Again, you can use the other option to find the slope. Negative b over a. So, ang ating b or y-intercept is 3. Ang ating x-intercept is negative 1.5. Then, just copy the negative in the formula. So, 3 divided by negative 1.5 is, okay, negative 2. Negative 2 times negative is positive 2. So, ang ating slope is positive 2. Okay, so that's all for week 4.